Okay, great. Thank you for your patience, please. So, like I said, since the beginning of March, we've been having structures. We've been having a consolidation phase where price action has been moving through a consolidation phase, as we can see, as between 1.24 and 1.21 since in the last 2 months, and presently during the course of last week and 2 weeks ago, we had price come back to our demand zone at this point, and you can see every time price comes into this area, we see we see buying momentum. We see buying momentum every time price comes into this area, which gives us a signal that this is a very strong demand zone. In that regard, we have to identify that demand zone and label it, as you can see with the green rectangle on your time on the chart. Now, with the demand zone identified, we really need to have a key level that will guide us going into the new week. And what is our key level? Our key level is an area where we look for uh, a level where resistance and support meet, merge at one particular point in time. So if we go left and look at what structure is giving us, it's pulling out our line chart, we will see that we had a resistance at this level, we had a support at this level, we had a resistance and a support, we had a breakout of level, we had the support and a resistance at this level, we had a breakout of this level, and we had a support here, a resistance at this point, and back now we have a support at this point. And because of this character, you will agree with me that that level has been a major determinant of how price action moves as soon as price comes into that zone. So what does this simply means is this: it means that we will be using this level to be our guide going forward. Now if we zoom in into what is happening right now and go to our 1 hour time frame, the first thing well I observed on the 1 hour time frame is that we have something that looks like a reversal pattern in the form of an inverse head and shoulder look alike. And hold on a second, I will draw it out. So we have it here. We have this impulse move, then we have the left shoulder, we have the head back to the neckline, then we have the right shoulder here where we saw a breakout of structure, which is our signal to go bullish on this one. Then we might be anticipating a retest of structure for a confirmation to join this trade to the upside. So with the appearance of a reversal pattern around this area, as you can see, then I said we'll be looking for a breakout of structure as a signal, which has already happened. As you can see, what has been happening in the last couple of hours, we saw bullish engulfing candle. So in that regard, I place my pending order here at 1.22119, looking for buy opportunity at this point. My trade is already triggered, and there is a possibility for those who have missed this, price might probably come back into into the structure for a retest where will be an opportunity for me to add more position to my trade. However, if you are yet to be in the trade, this could be an opportunity to enter the trade going forward. So where will our take profit target be at this point? If we go back to the daily time frame, what we will see here is we identified we were in a consolidation phase since the beginning of March, where we have our supply zone right at 1.24 area and a demand zone at around 1.21 area. So what does this supply zone tells us? It tells us that every time price comes into this area, it's quickly rejected by sellers, as you can see the long wicks, and every time it does that, price comes back down. So um, with with the past structure, with the memory at this juncture in the markets, we might be looking forward to price coming into this level as our take profit target, because we never can tell, we might be having a sell opportunity from that side, and if we have a breakout of structure, then we'll be looking for a retest to join the trend continuation to the upside. But in the meantime, We just aim our take profit target at 1.23500, which is around 130 pips thereabout, and then our stop loss will be right below that neckline of the reversal pattern we identified, which is I place which is around 45 to 50 pips thereabout. So so sorry that we I had a silence in transmission, and even though price has actually been triggered, we can still be looking forward to a retest, possible retest in the next couple of hours, where we can actually join the rally to the upside. However, if price does not come back to that level, then a breakout of this trend line, a retest of that trend line, will be an opportunity for us to add position or join the rally outrightly. So I think that is clear on GBPCHF, and we want to be looking at some other pair in that regard. Okay, can we move on, please? Are there any questions? All right. In the absence of none, the next pair I want us to be looking at is the gold. So on the gold, if we look at what has been happening since the beginning of since mid-April, we see that price action has been bearish as we continue to see lower lows and lower highs as expansion continue to increase to the downside. However, since we got there at the beginning of the month, we begin to see rejection of this 1850 zone, where we saw this bullish move that happened during the course of last week trading session. We were able to close last week trading session with around 44,000 pips thereabout, as we took advantage of this move when it happened during the course of last week. Now that we are here, now that we are here again, I want to see this area as a demand zone, at least for now. Allow me to draw the level. Okay, let's give it a green, and we have something like this right inside. We give it green. So we want to be calling this place a demand zone. And why is that so? We saw that since the beginning of the month, price has been rejecting this area multiple times, and we saw a sign in the form of a breakout of structure during the course of last week trading session, and it appears price is doing a retracement back into that zone. So we will be looking for buy opportunity from this zone as long as we don't see any breakdown of this demand zone in the future. So if we are looking for buy opportunity on this pair, what will be our plans in that regard? So if we look closely into what's happening here, we will need to identify a key level that we could walk around with. And if we spool out our line chart, can we see something to walk around with here? Okay, we have something like this. We have one like this. We are not sure yet if that's going to work for us, so let's give it an orange color, and let's bring back. Okay, so this is around 1870, I guess. So we'll label this key level at $1,870. So let's have this at the left hand side. Good. So we have something like this. Now we want to be looking at this key level as our guide going forward. And what does that mean? We want to be looking for price to come above this key level, retest this key level, and then we look for structures that support a bullish bias and up into the potential rally if it finally happens. So this is what I will be looking forward to on the gold in this coming week. Now let's see if we can see something better on the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, this is what we have here. Remember, we identified this reversal pattern during the course of last week trading session. We saw this reversal pattern and we took advantage of this move, this bullish move to the upside, and we saw that price broke out of that structure, came to retest that structure, broke out one more time, then went back lower than previous structure and back into that demand zone. So what, like I said, on the 4 hours time frame, we'll be looking forward to reversal setup around this area, a breakout of that neckline, then will give us a confirmation for a trend continuation to the upside. So what does this simply means is that our entry point will rather be above this area to be on the safer side. Then we will be having our take profit target. Where are we going to be having our take profit target? So let's go to the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, or let's say the 4 hours time frame, for instance. Okay, so this was our last impulse leg right here. This is our last impulse leg, and we will be looking forward to a retracement of that impulse leg into our golden zone area, which, if you remember, is between 50 and 78.6% retracement of the previous impulse leg. So we'll be having something like this, and this area will be serving as our profit target in the meantime. So if we have this right in between, in the center, okay, so let's delete the retracement tool. So we'll be having our take profit right around this area, and that's around 5,000 pips. But if we want to be looking for the meantime, just in case a trend, a bearish momentum hops in, then we will be looking at for this area, looking around this area for our take profit target for the meantime, after which, if we see a breakout of this level, then we could be adding more position to our trade. So for the meantime, let's have our take profit target right here, right around this area. Okay, we have a supply here, we have a supply here. So let's be having our take profit target right around here. So that's 1,900, that's like 3,000 pips. We can even move it as far as 1905 or 1905 or 1910. So let's place at 1910 for the meantime, and that's like 4,000 pips. And remember, as price continues to move in our direction, we need to monitor we need to monitor the movement in such a way that we are following the price as it continues to move in our direction. So if I go to the 1 hour time frame, we'll be looking at our take profit target right below this key level, which is around 900 pips. Then I think we are good at this point. So this will be my expectation on the gold going into the new week, and a breakdown of this demand zone and a retest of that demand zone will probably send price going to the downside. So if we are going to sell, then we want to see a breakdown of that demand zone and want to see a retest, sort of, which will give us a confirmation for a trend continuation to the downside. So I think I will pause the video at this point. So this is my expectation on the gold for the new week.